Greetings, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres, and today is Saturday. It requires all hands on deck. So right behind me, that is Calvin, and the other girls are missing Calvin pretty good. That's what you're hearing out there. So Wagyu beef, and they're completely raised on grass. These guys were 3 years a day, and we not only did one, we did two. Okay, so where we are right now, we started, I'd say, what was it, 10 o'clock when we started, you guys? Started about 10 o'clock and went down to where the beef were eating, the cows were eating, and just shot Calvin right between the eyes. I shot him with an M1 carbine. I didn't have the correct rounds for my 22 mag, so I used a carbine. These are big animals. They're 3 years old and they're big. And the danger is that if you don't hit them good, they could stagger. And they could stagger, 5-6 steps, and that's enough to put them on a fence or in the pond, or if you really don't hit them good, they could run from you. And it's quite muddy here, so if you did have to hunt them down, it might be really a challenge to get them back to where we can process them. So you can see we're in the maintenance area right now, and what Kyle has done is skinned the beef back, so he's laying on his hide. All right, he's on a concrete pad, he's laying on his hide, and the head is separated. You can see the head right there, and we're going to take that head into the shop and finish skinning it. And there's a ton of meat on the head. All right, you wouldn't get the head if you went to a USDA plant. They don't like to give the heads back. So we've got the hoofs off, the head is separated, the hide is all the way back, and I'm just about to come up here with the tractor and pick him up from the back. We got to saw his breastbone first. Once we pick him up, then we can take the hide the rest of the way down, and once that's done, we'll open him up and drop the guts out. And then we'll, the guts, there's a lot in there that we use. We use the heart, we use the liver, we use the pancreas, and I don't know, Jill will pick through it and see what she wants, but there's a lot here. And then from there, we still have a very heavy animal. We're going to split it in half, and that's a long process with our little saw, and then quarter the animal. All right, so this guy is probably 2,000 pounds standing, and so our quarters are going to be quite heavy. And once we get him quartered up, then we have to hang him for about 15 days. All right, that's the general rule on this. You want at least 10 days, but to do a really good job, probably 15 or 20 days actually. And we don't have a problem with that, because we're not paying for cooler space anyplace. In the maintenance shop here, I'll just show you real quick. I built that rail right there. You see that? So I fortified that. Pick up these 500-pound quarters and hang them up there. And then I can slide this door shut. I'd like to keep it at about 40 degrees. But if it's plus or minus a little bit, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. I mean, this is just a farm kill anyway. It's not going to be exactly like, I'm not sending it up the White House. I'll put it that way. It's just for us, but it still will be very excellent beef. A couple advantages are it was a stress-free kill. So the cows are standing out there. I drive out in the tractor. They're not threatened at all. And then one shot. Guns don't bother them. The cow drops down. They go back to eating. They don't really. It doesn't really bother them. They're not scared. All right. But these animals, They've been here since they were just a few days old. They weren't birthed here, but they did come from my bull. All they've known is Baker's Green Acres. So to put them in a trailer and haul them, 50 miles and then offload them into a barn that they've never seen, smelled, or heard before is going to have them worried. And then by the time they are slaughtered, they're scared. And I don't want that. I didn't want them to be scared. I mean, they can't be here forever. 3 years, some people would say, oh, that's pretty old. No, when you're making really quality beef, that's about right. These guys have had nothing but grass, nice grass, and their bellies are full of grass right now. And I'm not talking hay, I'm talking grass. They are out. We still have nice green grass here. We have had a snow cover already, but as you can see, it's gone now. And this is actually a pretty mild day. Look out there, lots of nice grass. All right, so I got 2 crews going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 sons. One of them is in Japan right now, so he couldn't be here with us, but I called him this morning, let him know. But this is definitely an all-day, all-hands-on-deck affair, but, everybody gets some beef out of it, and these guys enjoy working together, and I couldn't have asked for a nicer day to do this. Mom's going to make us a good lunch. We'll have a good dinner, so it's a great day. All right, I'll come back at you when we maybe have them quartered and hung if I think about it. All right. Okay, well, I thought I'd pick it up again here, just to kind of show you how this goes. So that is about to be broken in 2 pieces, and Joe's doing that with what's called a well saw. It's got a single blade on it, and it reciprocates, sort of like a Sawzall. And then from there, we're gonna take it in 3 pieces per side. 3 pieces per side, so we're gonna 1/6 it. And while that's going on, Keith's over here on that table, skinning that head off, and the other head is there too. And out of the head we take the cheeks and the tongue and any meat that's there. So when that's done, all there will be, what's holding you up?
I took his knife.
Oh, all there will be is bone. And then the bone on the skull can actually be sawed in pieces, and it makes really good bone broth. Actually, excellent bone broth. So over here on the hay wagon, we have the hide stretched out, and then the hooves are right there from 2 cows, so there's 4 of them, right? And those will actually get broken down as well. They'll get skinned off. We can't do a whole lot with the hoof part of it, but the knuckles that are there are huge, and they really have a lot of meat on them. And it's, I don't know if we'll get to it, but you can saw those knuckles, and then you can bone broth them too. And they're outstanding because they have a lot of that, I forget what that's called. It's like glycerin that's in there for the joint. And then the tails, this tail you can see has been skinned out, and it's probably got 2 pounds of meat on it. And so that's in the shop now. That'll get chunked into pieces, and that'll get thrown in with stuff that's going to be boiled down, and then the meat come out of it. Some of the meat will go in cans and go on the shelf. And so here it is. What time is it? 2? 2:30 in the afternoon, and we're been yakking and having fun drinking coffee, but we're about to the point where we're gonna knock this guy into 6 pieces and hang some of it, put some of it on the hay wagon here, and then hang it up in the butcher shop. So here we go. Press on.